neighbors, welcome back. Last week brought two meetings. The Brick Wall Committee met on Tuesday and the board met on Friday. We're combining both into one recap, so let's get into it. Brick walls and TABOR are still the two big topics.
Starting with the Brick Wall Committee, which met for 2 hours on Tuesday afternoon. They brought in a representative from a brick manufacturer who spent about half an hour walking through how brick is made, the clay, the color process, all of it. What he didn't bring was any pricing.
A repair contractor also spoke to the committee about what repair could look like for some sections of the wall, and he didn't have any pricing either. Then, when he was asked about repairing a specific section, the reference photo shown on screen wasn't actually a photo of our neighborhood.
The Brick Wall Committee wants to hear from homeowners. Questions, concerns, recommendations, etc. One board member mentioned that they haven't received any emails yet. So we went and looked on the Metro District's website and we cannot find a Brick Wall Committee email. So we have requested that from the board and we will share it once we have it. In the meantime, and anytime you do email them, feel free to CC us at hello@friendsandheritagehills.com so we can also keep track of what residents are sending in and hopefully help with follow-up.
At Friday's board meeting, a resident shared something worth passing along. He and his neighbor split the cost of repairing the brick wall between their properties. The total cost was around $6,000. That's a helpful number to sit alongside the multi-million-dollar estimates we've talked about before to replace the brick walls.
Now, let's talk about TABOR, the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights. It comes up a lot, but it's actually pretty simple if you think about it like a household budget with a strict savings cap.
TABOR is a Colorado law that puts a legal ceiling on how much tax money a local government is allowed to collect and keep each year. If they collect more than that ceiling, they can't just keep it in the bank. They're legally required to refund the extra money to the taxpayers, unless voters explicitly gave them permission to keep it.
So to understand the debate happening in our Metro District right now, you just need to know that TABOR sets two entirely different ceilings.
Ceiling one is the growth cap. This limits how fast property tax revenue is allowed to grow from year to year.
And ceiling two is the total revenue cap. So this limits the total amount of money the district can bring in and keep. If they go over this number, they owe us a refund.
Our district argues that they don't owe any refunds because voters gave them a TABOR exception back in 1996.
But a resident raised a very sharp question on Friday. Did that 1996 vote cover everything? The resident pointed out that the 1996 vote only gave the district permission to bypass ceiling one, the growth cap. It didn't say anything about ceiling two, the total revenue cap.
So the big question hanging in the air is this: has our district been going over that second limit and keeping the money they should have been refunding to us? And did voters ever actually give them permission to skip those refunds? We asked legal for some clarification, but we haven't received an answer yet.
As a quick reminder of the stakes, the Metro District is funded entirely through our property taxes. So if you check your tax bill, the district is actually the second largest line item that we all pay.
Right now, the district is sitting on more than $5 million in reserves. So figuring out exactly who that money belongs to is a pretty big deal.
A few other quick updates before we wrap up. Our new landscape vendor, Sustainable Roots, is now in place on a trial basis. And that landscape contract will go out to an open bid before the end of this year.
Willow Creek Trail construction is expected to start towards the end of July and should be finished before school starts. Reminder, only the gate and the fence are going in now, and then lighting and security will come later.
And the Overlook Pavilion is still on track for a mid-August start date.
One more thing. Board members have agreed to be more transparent about the brick wall process. However, on Friday, the board ended the public meeting to go into a closed executive session to receive legal advice on questions concerning walls and fences in the community.
That's it for now. As always, the Metro District Board meets the second Friday of every month at 8:15 a.m. in the clubhouse and via Zoom. And public comments are welcome at both the beginning and end of every meeting. We hope to see you there.
Thanks, friends.